Warning, spoilers for every game ever made. Sonic Frontiers, as a game, is pretty freaking based. It's honestly my dream Sonic game come true. It's just so fun to roam around all the open zones with these controls, and it's something I've not felt in a Sonic game in years. And after the game was released and done, Sega thought the fun wasn't over yet, because they released 3 updates throughout the whole of 2023. This year, if you are living under a rock. The first update, Sight, Sound and Speed, was alright. The second update, Sonic's Birthday Bash, was actually quite good. It was really fun. And the third and final update, the big climactic update that will finish the entire game's life cycle, the final horizon just came out, and needless to say, I have interesting thoughts on it. So let's just get this quick little review over and done with so I can go back to crying in a corner. Alright, so the gist of this update is that it seeks to remedy the admittedly piss-poor ending of Sonic Frontiers. You play as Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy as they team up with Dr. Eggman and Sage to get the Chaos Emeralds to defeat an unknown entity known as the End and save the world from being obliterated by it. That's pretty much the basic story of this DLC, along with some interesting tidbits spread across the map. But what do I think of this DLC? I love it, but I also don't love it. Firstly, Amy, Tails, and Knuckles are pretty fun to play as. They're not really Sonic Adventure quality, but it's so refreshing to play them after so many years of sticking with Sonic as just the one singular playable character. Each of them have unique movesets to make sure they are not just glorified Sonic clones to compensate for this game's engine, and I really appreciate it. I really like that you aren't just playing as a reskinned Sonic, despite some of them having same moves. And just like Sonic, they need to do some platforming challenges to get more skills and unlock more of the map, either through going through some of the platforms or doing one of the island challenges. The Guardians have been upgraded with an immense difficulty spike and some new movesets, and personally, I think they're fun. But depending on the character you choose, they are really exhilarating and great challenges. Like, some of them do not fuck around. I am not kidding. The writing and story isn't as impactful as the main campaign, but it's still really good. Ian Flynn knows these characters, he knows their personalities, and he knows how they act. He's really good. I hope they stick with him as the writer for the games going forward. And how they explained the weird floating rails and Big being there honestly got a laugh out of me. Like, Sonic was tripping balls this whole time. That's crazy. And as for the segments where you play as Sonic, his time in the spotlight is alright, with an exception to that phenomenal final boss, but we'll get to that in a bit. Sonic's role in all this is to climb some towers and do some trials to get a new power, and except for a select few, I didn't think the trials and towers were as bad as people were making them out to be. Most of the towers weren't even that bad to climb. You just gotta be precise, you just gotta be careful. It's weird to get used to, but you can do it. Then, as for the trials, they're okay. There was only like 2 trials that I struggled with, one of them being the snake trial. But here's my advice. Get close to the guy, side loop him, homing attack him, punch him, and then immediately stomp on him. Repeat that process, and then you'll hopefully get that trial done. The rest of the main trials are just basic Google Gaga baby shit. Oh yeah, back on Tower 4 for a bit. After going through ceaseless agony that I had to force myself to put the game on easy mode, what did I get? Yay, I did it! Wait, what was that? There was a 5th trial? Ah shit, let's talk about that. The final trial of the game. The Master King trial. In this trial you have to do a boss rush. Rings cannot be obtained whatsoever, and you have to time your parries. There's been a lot of debate surrounding this trial, but what do I think about it? Oh my god, it is bad. Like, I'm not even kidding, it is agony. I don't even mind the fixed stats, but the perfect parry is so poor. The parry window was about 1/5 of a second, and it just goes to show that the game wasn't built for this. But I do have a tip for people who are struggling. Seriously, getting that stupid thing over and done with felt really good, but also felt really embarrassing considering I beat this game on extreme mode twice. There's new cyberspace levels now. I haven't really played all of them yet, but from what I've played, they're pretty fun. Level designs are interesting, some of them have neat little gimmicks. Missions will actually test you this time, and I don't really have much to say other than they're neat little additions. You don't need to do all of them, but I'd say give them all a go. They're pretty fun. And the music. The music. The music. Holy shit, the music. Oh my god, the fuck! Who composed this banger? B Manny? Aw, where'd the rave go? Alright, it's time to gush about my favorite part of this whole DLC. The big kahuna big boy masterpiece of an improved final boss. If any of you know, the main final boss of Sonic Frontiers was honestly really disappointing. What's that? You're expecting a really grand and epic finale? Well, tough luck, here's a Toho ripoff, too bad. You want something cool? Well, screw you. You'll be happy to know that the final horizon completely changes that. This time, the end completely takes control of Supreme, turning him into a relentless, mindless feral beast. And after conquering the towers and trials, Supersonic awakens the power in him and becomes Supersonic 2. I know that's not his official name, but he doesn't have an official name yet, so we're gonna call him that for now. I don't know, cope and Steve. But anyway, this fight is a spectacle masterpiece. I swear, I had a massive smile on my face throughout the entire fight. And perfect parrying in this fight doesn't feel like complete shit, so that's a plus. And that little animation when a Psyloop airtime is finished, holy shit, it's fucking brutal! And that cutscene when Supersonic gets back after a big beatdown fills me with so much serotonin. This is so cool, dude! But I tell you, that is nothing compared to how the fight ends, where Supersonic uses all of its energy, spazzes the hell out, Eggman shoots him out of the gun, and kills Supreme, and the end along with it. God damn! What a phenomenal finale! But despite all that, the DLC is still a 7.5 out of 10 because of the really stupid platforming stuff and inconsistent difficulty. But the past updates Frontiers had, including this one, really elevated this game to be truly amazing. A full review of Sonic Frontiers isn't really on my radar just yet, but just to let you know, Frontiers gets my personal 9 out of 10. Way to go, Sonic team! You made a game that isn't a 6 or 5 out of 10 or 4 out of 10. Woo! Yeah! Woohoo! Yeah!